Just take a few deep breaths and sit or lie down. I'll invite you to close your eyes or have a slightly downward gaze. Notice your breath. We'll do a 4-count in breath and a 6-count out breath. So on your next in breath, breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now continue on your own with your 4-count in, 6-count out. Now take a few more deep breaths. And when you're ready, come back to the room and open your eyes. Well, let's pause the recording for a moment, and I'll have anyone that's willing and able to check in and tell us about their practice last week and any moments of mindfulness or
If I pause it, it will be hard to put them back together, but I can easily edit it out once the whole recording is done, if that's okay.
okay, that sounds fine with me. So tell us how your practice is going and whether you were able to sit for a few seconds or minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or longer.
Feel free to unmute, folks, if you'd like to share. I can say that doing this class has been a reminder to me to, at the very least, practice mindful breathing in the morning before I get up, which has really been helpful and calming.
Thank you, Liz.
It's Gloria. I've been doing the rain routine occasionally, and usually when I get to the allow part, I think, can I live with this? And my answer is usually yes, but I don't want to.
Mhm.
And so then I feel like, though, that's a good segue into the investigate, because then you're having to think, well, why do I not want to live with this? And what can I do to make living with this better? And so I feel like that's been very helpful.
Well, thank you so much. Really summarizes the practice well. Did anybody else use rain last week? Anybody find moments of mindfulness when they were able to feel that they were present, or notice they were lost in their thoughts and then became present in the present moment? I had a conversation with someone, a potential caregiver, and they were talking about how they took care of someone who is living with quadriplegia, and that person seemed to isolate and stay at home most of the time. And she asked me, how are you doing mentally? And I I told her that I did my best not to worry about the future or dwell on the past, which I don't think I could have given that answer before I started practicing living in the moment and being mindful. And this practice really helps me to be present and live in this moment. It's especially when I was in the ICU and right immediately after my accident and during my whole inpatient hospitalization. the practice was of living in this moment was really helpful for me. And one of the things that uh, one of the practices that I did every morning and every day before my accident and every morning after my accident, including now, is called loving kindness. And loving kindness is also termed metta in Pali, which is um, uh, the Sanskrit word for loving kindness. In Hebrew, they use the word hesed for loving kindness, and almost every religion talks about loving kindness. And we're on a journey discussing the heart practices. And last week we talked about the heart practice of compassion, which is truly desiring that nobody suffers, including ourselves. And rain can help us have self-compassion, because without self-compassion, it's difficult to have compassion for other people, or love for ourselves, or love for other people. And for me, it was difficult growing up from in a family that did not have a lot of emotional intelligence, did not teach emotional intelligence. I did not understand how to notice my emotions or feel those emotions. And learning the practice of rain really helped me start to feel my emotions and start to have self-compassion for myself. And the other heart practices are, other than compassion and love, the other are equanimity, which is the ability to feel calm, even in difficult situations, which, as we heard one of our participants say, that they didn't want to sit with the feelings or the emotions that they were having this past week, and they were able to have self-compassion and nurture themselves and probably have equanimity in that situation, and were able to remain calm despite a difficult feeling or emotion. And the last heart practice is joy. And for me, I don't think I felt joy before I started these practices. It was a suppressed or repressed emotion. And after I started mindfulness and a parent-driven recovery program, I was able to start to feel moments of peace and love and happiness. And together, when I noticed that I was feeling at peace and feeling love and happy, those three things to me meant that I was feeling joy. And now I also extend that feeling of joy to feeling at peace or content or okay. Being okay is another moment of joy for me. I'd like to tell you the story of how I learned about loving kindness. I had the first experience I had was when I took an extended course called Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction. And part of the Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction course is to learn about the practice of loving kindness. And in that course, they said to come up with some phrases that helped you feel better about your life and where you were in this moment. And they gave me some examples, and the examples at the time didn't resonate with me. And the practice didn't resonate with me until I went to this life marriage retreat to help try and save my marriage. We learned about a principle-based living, and they gave us excerpts from this book called The Anatomy of Peace. And in that book, there's an example of the moment we decide to go against a guiding principle, then we go into the box, and the box, it instantaneously demonizes the other person. And the example that the course director gave was he was driving down the freeway and everyone was asked to be redirected to the next off-ramp, and there was a long line to get off in the off-ramp, and it was over a mile long, and he was waiting in the line and he saw this car come speeding up behind him in his rearview mirror. And he thought, oh my, that person must have an emergency. Maybe there's someone in the hospital, or maybe someone's hurt or sick in his car and he has to get there. And he felt empathy for this person. And the next thing he knew, the person was turning on his blinker and cutting and wanting to come into his lane. And as he was letting him go into his lane, he, for some reason, decided to push on the gas. And so he was immediately thrown into the box. And instead of having empathy for this person, he started telling himself, how dare this person try to cut in front of me? They must, maybe they robbed a bank, or maybe they have a gun, maybe they're going to shoot me. And so instantaneously they became the enemy because he went against a guiding principle. And in that retreat, we listed several principles, and these principles stuck in my mind. So I started coming up with a list of principles, and the loving kindness practice starts off with may I. And I added different principles that I wanted to start living by. And so I said, may I be kind and compassionate. May I be humble and accepting. May I be honest and accountable. May I be forgiving and committed. And may I love kindly and kindly love. And every time I did yoga, there was an exercise called spinal twist, and I would turn to the right and repeat those phrases. And when I turned to the left, I would repeat those phrases again. And soon I entered this parent-driven recovery program. And in my first meeting, we went there, and to a group of total strangers, everyone was saying, love you, which is very foreign to me. I barely tell my kids that I love them. Yet alone tell a group of strangers that I love them. And we hugged and we told each other that we loved them. And when we shared, we said, love you. And pretty soon it no longer was a foreign concept. The ability for me to say that I love someone or love you. And that really came to light in the ICU when I had my friends and family come to visit me. And I was able to tell all these people that I never told before, that I love them. These big, huge NCAA and professional athletes that I now worked with, when they left, I would tell them that I loved them. And of course, I couldn't speak because I had a trach, but I could still say the words with my lips. It was really powerful for me to be able to do that. And every day I would start my day with the loving kindness practice and repeat those phrases that we went over. And then I joined the mindfulness meditation teacher certification program. And one of the prerequisite courses was, which is open to everybody, not just students of that course, was the power of awareness taught by Jack Kornfield and Tara Brach. And when Jack was leading the loving kindness practice, he gave me some other phrases that I found very useful and helpful. And they were, may I be safe and protected. May I be strong and well. May I be happy and healthy. May I live at ease and without suffering. And may I awaken and be free. And lastly, I found a book. Oh, I'm blanking on her name. I'm sorry. Her first name is Sharon Salzberg. And in her loving kindness practice, she had phrases that simplified the practice even further. And they were, may I be safe. May I have peace. And may I be happy. And this practice has really helped me find love for myself and love for other people. And I'll take a break now for a few minutes to weight shift and get a drink, and then I'll come back in a few minutes and we'll have a loving kindness practice. Welcome back, everybody. So I'll invite you to close your eyes or have a slightly downward gaze and take a few deep breaths. You may notice your breath with coolness on the in-breath through your nostrils, or warmth with the out-breath through your nostrils. You may notice your breath through the rise and fall of your chest, or the rise and fall of your belly. Now bring attention to your touch points. And as you're able, notice where your body may be touching the ground, or your chair, or your mat, or your pillow, or your bed. Notice any areas of tension. Relax the muscles of your forehead. Relax the muscles around your eyes. Relax your jaw. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Relax your back. Relax your chest. Relax your belly. Relax your arms and your legs. Now bring to mind someone or something you care about deeply. Someone or something where love may come easily. This may be a child or a pet or a parent or grandparent. And notice what's coming up for you when you bring to mind this loving being. Now silently repeat the following phrases. May you be safe and protected. May you be safe and protected. May you be strong and well. May you be strong and well. May you be happy and healthy. May you be happy and healthy. May you live at ease and without suffering. May you live at ease and without suffering. May you be happy and healthy. May you be happy and healthy. May you awaken and be free. May you awaken and be free. Now bring to mind your most loving self and silently repeat the following phrases. May I be kind and compassionate. May I be kind and compassionate. May I be humble and accepting. May I be humble and accepting. May I be honest and accountable. May I be honest and accountable. May I be forgiving and committed. May I be forgiving and committed. May I love kindly and kindly love. May I love kindly and kindly love. May I be safe and protected. May I be safe and protected. May I be strong and well. May I be strong and well. May I be happy and healthy. May I be happy and healthy. May I live at ease and without suffering. May I live at ease and without suffering. May I awaken and be free. May I awaken and be free. Now bring to mind your benefactors and silently repeat the following phrases. May you be safe. May you be safe. May you have peace. May you have peace. May you be happy. May you be happy. Now bring to mind your family and friends and silently repeat the following phrases. May you be safe. May you be safe. May you have peace. May you have peace. May you be happy. May you be happy. Now bring to mind a neutral person in your life. Someone like a cashier or security guard or parking attendant, and silently repeat the following phrases. May you be safe. May you be safe. May you have peace. May you have peace. May you be happy. May you be happy. Now bring to mind all your neighbors and all the people in your city and state and region and country, and silently repeat the following phrases. May you be safe. May you be safe. May you have peace. May you have peace. May you be happy. May you be happy. Now bring to mind all living beings on the land, in the waters, and in the skies, and silently repeat the following phrases. May you be safe. May you be safe. May you have peace. May you have peace. May you be happy. May you be happy. And in the last few moments of this meditation, take a few more deep breaths. And when you're ready, come back to the room and open your eyes. Well, we have a few minutes and to answer any questions that you may have that may have come up for you.